Hi, you two. I'm gonna go over what are AI agents and how we commonly use them today, and the differences between an agent and a chatbot. So, an AI agent is essentially a LLM model, large language model that we use for highly specific tasks. So, if you're unaware with how machine learning works and how AI works, we essentially give a model a bunch of training data that it interprets through vectorization, um, uh, least squares, least squares, matrix multiplication, and transformers, and like all of that business. And when we have a large language model, it can have a lot of problems with hallucination and giving you the wrong answer, which is what we don't want, right? So, with an AI agent, we can essentially develop our own model um, and run it to do highly specific things for our needs. So, for example, let's say I build an app and I want an agent to manage customer service um, or customer outreach. So, I could make a workflow automation, which I'll get to in another video. Basically, that develops an AI agent to say, for example, like the customer support. I could have a agent on my website, little with a little text box in the corner that communicates with the client and whatever the client needs are. If they're having trouble looking for a product, or if they need a refund, anything like that. Or I could have an agent on the phone that does outreach to potential clients. I could have it send an SMS text, or I can have it do actual phone calls. I could also have an agent that does my uh, HR and payroll. Another agent that does my legal for my company, or I could have an agent that is dedicated to building. And then I could also have just like a team of agents. So like I'll touch on this is like with how industry develops today. We'll see that like project managers and product managers, um, or senior devs at Amazon, or like anything of that sort, people aren't really coding anymore. It's a lot of managing an agent to do a highly specific task that we need. Um, and we're using agents because one, they can run 24/7, and two, we're able to prompt them directly. Like we have full control over them versus like if we had a junior dev or some kind of intern, it's human. There's human grounds for human error, and human human error basically. So um that's pretty much like what an agent is. Like, here, I'll give you a live demo. So let's go to Cursor, which is another IDE that I can use to build applications. And let's create a new agent, and let's say that I want to. Yeah, so basically, like, this is an AI agent that will build stuff for me, that will code or whatever. Let's say build me a simple app that uh, does calculator functions and has a UI, interactable UI. Like, while it's waiting, I can talk to y'all. So, um, yeah. So, like, before we had like just ChatGPT, and back in 2016, not 2016, went back in what was it, 2022, I think. It's like when AI like started like getting out and like people started using it. we just had our chatbot, which was programmed on a bunch of global data that these data science scientists at OpenAI trained the models on. But now we have a lot more highly developed models, such as Claude by Anthropic, you know, that we can have it do subroutines from an agent that is highly specified for a task, um, and whatnot. And that's just an example. I mean, Claude, you can use Claude the same way as a ChatGPT, as a chatbot, but there are more lucrative use cases for AI. And see, let's say it's still building. See, like we have agents MD. So this is our markdown file that has like all of our instructions for the project, and anything else like our checkpoints and our kind of like our database that we're building for the project. Like we can keep a Git history of, basically. And yeah, I mean we pretty much don't even need to code anymore. I mean, you could, but I mean you're wasting your time. Time is valuable, and like it's something you can't get back. So um, see what else I can think of. Yeah, so another application I like to use with Cloud Code is Warp. So it's just a CLI, a command line interface that has a agent that I can use for any stuff, and then I can just run Claude code in here as well, straight from the terminal instead of having to open up Claude directly. Let's see if it's still building. Oh wait, no, it's actually done. My bad. Actually, I'm not gonna run this. Actually, I don't even have to do that. Where is this at? Okay, I could just run. I don't know why I did it in my portfolio folder, but that's okay. Let's just do. And then let's go to URL. Oh, I guess it did not work. Oh wait, gotta update my server. Okay, let's wait. There we go. Oh no, that's my. Here we go. 7 plus 5 equal to, yeah. There we go. See, so I have this agent that built this for me. And yeah, guys, I hope that taught you a little bit more about agents. And if you like what I post, then subscribe for more.